Chosen one. This message finds you not by coincidence, but through the sacred weaving of the universe. You felt the weight of unseen battles pressing against your spirit. Moments of inexplicable fear, resistance in every step forward, and a deep knowing that your life is more than mere happenstance. You questioned your path, wondered why you faced obstacles others seemed to evade, and felt isolated by experiences no one else can explain. You are not alone in this. Today, hidden truths begin to surface. The spiritual warfare surrounding you is not because you've done something wrong, but because you were born into a cosmic conflict. In this video, you will uncover revelations about who is fighting over you, why their forces collide around your destiny, and how to harness the power of your divine assignment. If this message already speaks to your soul, subscribe, like this video, and comment 77 below. Prepare yourself, for what you are about to learn will change how you see every trial, every victory, and every moment in between, and will compel you to stand firm until the end. The mark of the chosen. Have you ever felt a pulse beneath your pulse, an echo in your bones that thrums with purpose you cannot name? In quiet moments, alone on a dawn-washed beach or under the hush of midnight, you sense a presence greeting you, an audience unseen yet vividly alive. You are not merely human flesh and thought. You are draped in a tapestry woven by divine hands, its threads tracing back before your first breath. They beheld you then, angelic assemblies bending low in celebration, dark powers recoiling at your spark. The ancient writer Jude captured this truth, hinting at all those who are called, beloved in God the Father and kept for Jesus Christ. Jude 1 verse 1. Your arrival was a cosmic event, heralded in realms beyond vision, and that sacred moment still pulses in your spirit today. What of that childhood awkwardness? The sharp pang of loneliness in crowded rooms was not a flaw but a sign of initiation. Recall the way your soul recoiled from shallow chatter, preferring midnight prayers over daytime diversions. You questioned reality, wondering why the world pursuits felt hollow. In those raw moments, your mark glowed faintly, a lantern guiding you to the fog of conformity. When friends chased popularity, you chased meaning. When trends flickered and died, you clung to whispers of ancient wisdom. That relentless yearning was a seal of your chosen status, the undeniable pull of destiny stirring your every heartbeat. Then came the turning point, a season of exile in your own heart where every familiar shore seemed barred. During those trials, you stumbled upon a lesser-known verse in Zephaniah 2 verse 3. Seek the Lord, all you humble the land, who do his just commands. Seek righteousness. Seek humility. It may be that you'll be hidden in the day of the Lord's anger. Suddenly, your loneliness felt like preparation. You realized that exile was a crucible where your mark burned away imperfections, forging resilience and clarity. The roars of rejection and the stillness of solitude were divine workshops, shaping you into someone heaven trusted to carry its banner. As you emerged from that crucible, signs of transformation wove themselves into your everyday existence. You noticed the uncanny synchronicities, a song from your youth cutting through a crowd of noise, delivering just the encouragement you needed, an offhand comment crystallizing into personal revelation, a dream encoded with a symbol, an olive branch, a scroll, a blazing star, that echoes dreams you dismissed as mere imagination. Even your inner world shifts. You feel a new calm in chaos, a crispness in decision-making, a sudden confidence in moments that once paralyzed you. These are the footprints of divine timing, small wonders that testify to the mark of the chosen burning ever brighter. Behind these visible shifts, powerful spiritual currents realign your path. Imagine a celestial map unfurling above you, constellations vibrating with your name. In that map, every trial was charted, every awakening planned. You sense angels guiding your steps, closing doors that would lead you astray, and opening portals that accelerate your calling. In the hidden text of Psalm 34 verse 7 it promises, "The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them," revealing a divine perimeter protection around your marked soul. Your struggles were never random tests of endurance, but precisely calibrated moments designed to call forth the fullness of your destiny. Standing on the threshold of this awakening, you may feel a tremble of hesitation, an echo of doubt whispering that you're unworthy of such cosmic drama. Many shrink at the thought of stepping into roles that outshine mundane expectations, fearing the unknown or the burden of expectation. Yet this is your sacred moment of self-realization, a spiritual mirror held before your soul, reflecting the luminous truth that you are chosen. To reject this reflection is to disregard your own becoming. In that instant, you must lean into the echo, raise your voice in a quiet declaration of yes, and let the light of your yes shatter every shadow of doubt. Now that you see the mark glowing within, claim the power that comes with it. Release the last chains of fear, the final veil of hesitation, and step into your new reality as one both blessed and embattled. Align daily with this truth through acts of fearless compassion, speaking up for the downtrodden, sharing your story with someone who needs it, holding space for justice and mercy to bloom. Cultivate spiritual practices that keep your mark bright. Meditate on scriptures that celebrate divine selection, journal your encounters with synchronicity, and join hands with fellow chosen ones in sacred solidarity. This is how you shape the world around you, not as a lone flame flickering, but as a beacon blazing across the darkness. And when the winds of resistance howl, remember this final, cinematic vision. You are the lantern that cannot be extinguished, the sealed scroll opening to reveal cosmic secrets, the promise that heaven and earth converge in human form. Your mark of the chosen is not a burden, but an invitation to lead, to heal, to align every heartbeat with divine rhythm. Comment mark if this resonates with the core of your being, the part too vast for words yet clear as starlight in your soul. In that echo, find your answer. Rise, chosen one, for the battle lines have been drawn, and you carry the standard of victory. And if you feel called to go even deeper, there's a sacred space reserved for our community, a private room where you receive full prophetic messages daily. Join our private membership through the link in the description and walk this path with us. Your assignment shakes kingdoms. Have you ever felt a stirring in your bones as if something far greater than your daily worries was calling you forward? That subtle insistence, rising like a tide beneath your skin, is not mere restlessness. It is a signature of a life destined to reshape entire realms. You may wake each morning to the same routines, yet find your spirit unsettled, as though you're meant for more than familiar. In the hush of dawn, when most dreams have already faded, you sense echoes of mission that transcends time. This is not a whisper of ambition, but a thunderous decree from the depths of your soul. In the coming moments, you'll uncover the currents that have guided your every step, revealing how each choice you make reverberates across heaven and earth. What does it cost to carry a calling that reaches beyond mortal sight? Imagine bearing the weight of unseen kingdoms on your shoulders, while the world applauds your smallest triumphs. You know the sting of rejection when friends scoff at your visions, and the ache of confusion when your prayers seem to go unanswered. Perhaps you watched opportunities slip through your fingers, not because you lacked talent, but because forces resisted your ascent. You felt the cold distance of doubt, like a shadow lurking at the edge of your triumphs. These moments leave you questioning your worth, as though you're navigating a maze with shifting walls. Yet within that struggle lies the raw power that prepares you for the destiny you cannot ignore. Just when you feel most adrift, the story changes course. The ancient prophet Habakkuk spoke of a day when the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord. And in that promise, your trials find purpose. You are being refined in the fires of preparation, each obstacle a forge that tempers your spirit. Recall the obscure tale of David's song in exile, when he praised before a silent sky and found his faith answered in unexpected ways. Such stories are rarely told, yet they mirror your journey. Elevation through hardship, exile transforming into triumph. This is not mere consolation. It is a revelation that your challenges were never aimless. They have sculpted you into a vessel capable of carrying divine light to places long cloaked in darkness. Now, pause and look for signs. You may notice doors you once pounded upon swing open with ease, as if the universe conspired to grant passage. Synchronicities, chance meetings on park benches, unexpected calls at pivotal moments, become unmistakable guideposts. In your dreams, coded messages emerge, rivers of light, soaring eagles, sealed scrolls unraveling. Even your inner world shifts, where confusion reigned, clarity blooms. Where fear once tightened your chest, peace now settles like dew. These are the footprints of transformation subtle yet undeniable, like the first shoots of spring after a long winter. Your breakthroughs push through layers of doubt. Take a moment to breathe it in. Invisible currents of change are converging around you, aligning your life with destiny that has waited for this very hour. Behind these visible shifts lies the hand of divine orchestration. The struggles you endure were never random tests of stamina, but precise calibrations for elevation. Imagine celestial architects mapping your course, sending angels to clear obstacles you could not see. In Ezekiel's vision, wheels within wheels move with uncanny harmony, each turn directed by unseen forces. Your life mirrors that tapestry. Every closed door, every detour, a necessary motion in a grand design. Faith becomes a mechanism that engages these divine engines, your belief fueling manifestations that defy logic. Consider your own story of a prayer answered in the nick of time, or a chance insight guiding a critical decision. These interventions are not miracles of coincidence, but signposts of reality where your calling is not only known, but zealously supported by realms beyond. Yet awareness alone is only the beginning. Many shrink from the call to ascend, afraid of losing the familiar in the face of the unknown. You may hesitate, asking if you truly deserve such a mantle. But true alignment demands more than recognition. It requires wholehearted consent. This is your sacred mirror moment, the instant your soul must affirm its readiness to step into sovereignty. Imagine standing at the threshold of a grand temple, its gates carved with symbols of power, awaiting your touch. To turn away now is to refuse the blessing that was woven into your being long before you took breath. Whisper yes to your own becoming, and feel the ancient vow inside you ignite. In that echo, you claim the authority to reshape what was once thought unchangeable. Now, stand tall and claim your place. Release the chains of fear and doubt that have bound your spirit. The kingdoms that tremble at your calling are waiting for you to walk through portals of possibility. Speak your truth with conviction, whether in silent prayer, written word, or acts of compassion that ripple beyond your sight. Begin each day with an intention that honors your assignment, and watch as opportunities align in response. Cultivate practices that deepen your connection, meditative stillness, sacred reading, spoken affirmations that echo your purpose. As you embrace these steps, you will feel an inner wellspring of strength, an unshakable knowing that you are both the messenger and the mission. Your destiny does not linger on distant horizons. It moves with every breath you take. In the quiet that follows, let this final thought settle deep within your bones. This assignment is your birthright and your burden, your gift and your glory. You were chosen to carry a flame that lights the darkest corners of existence. As you step into this revelation, know that you walk not alone but at the vanguard of a cosmic uprising. Your actions today will shape the tomorrow of countless souls. Comment a sign if this resonates with you. And to every soul who supported with a super thanks, thank you. You are keeping this light alive for others who haven't found it yet. If you feel called to help this mission reach more chosen ones, tap the super thanks button below. Your energy supports these messages and helps them travel further. Your voice matters, your belief matters, and your light is felt here. The role of angels. Have you ever felt a presence so gentle yet so undeniable that it stirred your soul in the quietest moments of the day? You might have brushed it off as imagination or coincidence, but deep inside you know it was something more, an otherworldly whisper guiding you when the world around you felt heavy and uncertain. In your loneliest hours, when doubts press in like a storm, that subtle vibration beneath your skin rises as proof that you are never truly alone. This is not a trick of the mind. It is the first sign that your path is escorted by forces you cannot see. Stay with me now, because in the next moments, you will discover how these heavenly allies have shaped your journey from birth, and how their silent watch can transform every step you take. Imagine standing at a crossroads of fear and hope, heart pounding as you wonder if you have the strength to carry on. You've known nights of restless tossing, when the weight of your worries felt like a physical burden on your chest. You've cried out for clarity in empty rooms, felt the sting of rejection when your vision was dismissed, and tasted the bitterness of solitude when no friend seemed to understand your longing for purpose. In those moments, the world feels small and unforgiving, and hope seems to slip through your fingers like sand. Yet beneath that desperation lies a hidden truth. Your struggle is a forge in which your faith and resilience are tempered, preparing you for the divine mission that awaits. Then came the shift you never saw coming. In the obscure story of Zechariah's vision, the angelic messenger rides a red horse among myrtle trees, standing as a guardian in a land of exile. Though seldom mentioned, this passage reminds us that even in our most distant seasons of displacement, angels surround us to bring God's promises into view. Your own exile, whether it was an emotional wilderness, a sudden loss, or a season of unanswered prayer, was never abandoned. It was a canvas on which your protectors painted the first strokes of your destiny. They moved quietly, unseen, yet their presence was as decisive as a warrior's shield in the heat of battle, setting the stage for the revelations you are about to receive. Now, pause and look for the subtle signs. Have you noticed that certain prayers lift a veil from your spirit, granting you moments of unexpected clarity? Or that dreams once veiled in darkness suddenly burst into shimmering visions of hope and purpose? Perhaps you experienced uncanny coincidences, a song on the radio echoing your inner prayer, or a stray breeze that carries comfort when you needed it most. These are not random events, but textures in the tapestry of your transformation, like the first shoots of spring pushing through thawed earth. These signs signal that your inner landscape is tilting toward abundance, guided by the tender watch of heavenly hosts. Behind these awakenings lies a grand design, a divine choreography that aligns every choice you make with celestial intention. Imagine a vast night sky mapped by constellations that tell your story, each star an angel assigned to your cause, illuminating the path ahead. Your struggles were the coded messages that activated these stars, and your faith became the key that unlocked the next chapter of your journey. When you chose trust over fear, you engaged a network of spiritual couriers who moved hidden obstacles and orchestrated encounters tailored to your growth. This is the truth behind the veil. Every moment you persevered, every doubt you overcame, became the signal that summoned reinforcements from realms beyond. Yet knowing this is only the beginning of your awakening, many shrink from the call because the nearness of angels unravels old patterns of self-reliance. You might hesitate to lean fully into the support, afraid that admitting divine assistance diminishes your own effort. But true partnership with these sacred allies demands more than awareness. It requires surrender. This is your invitation to stand before the mirror of your soul and speak the covenant out loud. I welcome you, my unseen guardians. I release my fears and embrace the love that binds us. In that sacred yes, you step into the fullness of your design, acknowledging that your strength is magnified when you walk hand in hand with the divine. Now, rise to meet your potential. Release the habit of battling life's storms alone. Begin each morning with a moment of stillness, inviting your angels to guide your first breath and your last thought of the day. Journal the whispers you receive, for in the notes of your heart, they inscribe the next steps of your mission. Speak words of affirmation that call forth your destiny, trusting that each syllable reverberates through spiritual realms, setting unseen wheels in motion. As you practice this, notice how your confidence swells and fear retreats, because you become both a vessel and the herald of a power far greater than yourself. And now, take this truth into the world. You are never without aid, never alone in your battles, and always accompanied by legions of light. Your angels stand vigilant, ready to uplift, direct, and defend you at every turn. Let this knowledge sink into your bones and become the anthem of your soul. Comment angels if this resonates with you. The devil knows your name. Have you ever paused in the hush of night, heart pounding as if warning you of unseen footsteps, only to find your mind racing with doubts that come out of nowhere? In that moment, you sensed it. A force pressing in, as though a hidden adversary has been watching your every move, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. This is not paranoia. It is reality. You carry a light so potent that darkness cannot ignore it. You are not the lone wanderer you sometimes feel. You are the chosen target of a cosmic campaign. Today, you will learn why the shadows converge around you and how knowing your name makes you both vulnerable and powerful beyond measure. Why do your brightest moments often feel shadowed by sudden despair? What causes your prayers to encounter unexpected resistance just when hope seems within reach? Perhaps you've experienced that crushing weight of insecurity right at the threshold of breakthrough, or felt an inexplicable fatigue descend when you try to meditate or speak your truth. You're not imagining it. In the quiet corners of your daily life, steering a car through rain-soaked streets, writing a journal, or straining to hear a whispered prayer, the enemy zeroes in on your weakest seams. Every flicker of fear you've battled, every wave of confusion that knocked you off balance, was not a mere coincidence, but a calculated blow designed to derail the purpose that stirs in your bones. Then came the moment when your struggles began to make sense. You remember the obscure verse in Job 1 verse 12, where the adversary is permitted to test a righteous soul with precise limits. That narrative rarely gets retold, yet underscores profound truth. Even divine boundaries acknowledge the intensity of deliberate attacks. Your trials, too, have been bounded, never beyond what you can endure, but fierce enough to awaken a hidden resolve. In that turning point, you realize that the chaos surrounding you was not random cruelty, but a crucible for forging your resilience. Each harrowing encounter with doubt became a sharpening stone, refining your faith until it could withstand the fiercest onslaughts. Pause for a moment and look back at the small miracles that punctuated your journey. Have you noticed how your mind clears just as you prepare to face a fear you've carried for years? Or how a call from an unexpected ally arrives when you're on the verge of surrender? Perhaps a verse you've never read before leaps off the page at you, offering guidance in perfect timing. These are the signs of transformation, the universe's nod to your burgeoning strength. In the midst of relentless assaults, pockets of calm have appeared, like mountain springs in a desert, reminding you that the tide is shifting. These synchronicities are not random ripples, but the footprints of divine realignment, guiding you toward a destiny that the darkness struggles to contain. Behind every surge of spiritual resistance is a more profound orchestration at work. Imagine a tapestry in which threads of faith and destiny intersect, woven by hands unseen. Your moments of despair were the spaces intentionally left between the warp and weft, creating room for light to break through. The coded dreams that once frightened you are now messages of encouragement, signaling that your divine counsel is active. In the celestial ledger, your name shines next to promises that the enemy cannot erase. The connection between faith and manifestation reveals itself. Each breath of trust you take fans a flame of your calling, and with every pulse of belief, barriers designed to restrain you fall away like crumbling walls. Yet you may find yourself hesitating, caught between the fear of the unknown and the pull of destiny. Many shy away from embracing their full potential because acknowledging the enemy's focus feels like granting it power. But true empowerment does not come from ignoring the darkness. It comes from facing it head-on and declaring, "I am more than your target. I am your undoing." This is the sacred mirror where you must stand, meeting your reflection and speaking the vow that will redefine your journey. In the echo of your own voice, you break the spell of fear and open the door to unapologetic sovereignty. It is here, in this intimate reckoning, that your soul fully awakens to its rank in the grand design. Now that you understand the nature of these assaults and have felt the stirrings of divine reinforcement, it's time to move with purpose. Release the chains of hesitation and claim your heritage as one the enemy fears most. Begin each day by naming your mission aloud, letting those words resonate through your bones like a battle cry. Cultivate rituals that remind you of your power, whether through sacred movement, affirmations whispered at dawn, or simple acts of kindness that shatter darkness. Trust that every step you take shifts the balance, that your smallest act of courage sends shockwaves through spiritual realms. You are both the storm and the stillness, the arrow and the bow, poised to fulfill a destiny that even the cosmos awaits. As you stand on this threshold, remember this. Your name is spoken in realms unseen, both by allies who cheer you on and by adversaries who tremble at your rise. Let that truth sink deep into your marrow and become the anthem of your spirit. You were chosen to shine, and the walls of resistance exist only to highlight the brilliance of your arrival. Comment targeted if this resonates with you. Have you ever felt the rhythm of two worlds pulsing through your veins, as if unseen armies march in your blood, while angels hum of distant victories? In the quiet moments before dawn, when the world holds its breath, you sense the weight of a story far larger than your own unfolding around you. You're not merely drifting through life's currents. You're at the epicenter of a cosmic collision. The doubts that tug at your spirit, the moments when despair nearly whispered that you were powerless, they were never your true story. You are here for a reason that transcends daily struggle, and in the next few minutes you will see how every strand of conflict, purpose, and heavenly strategy weaves into the tapestry of your destiny. Take heart. The divine echoes you brush against are not echoes at all, but the clarion call to step into the full force of your assignment. Perhaps you remember a time when your heart felt like a battleground, tore between yearning for peace and recoiling at the chaos you sense lurking behind every corner. Maybe it was a dream where you stood before a door aflame, unable to open it, or a moment when you felt an icy hand of fear clasp your shoulder at the mere mention of your true calling. These aren't random scraps of emotion. They are the residue of spiritual skirmishes waged beyond human sight. You've asked yourself, why do I feel so fragile and yet so poised for greatness? That contradiction is proof that two realms intersect within you: the fragile vessel humanity and the indomitable force of divine power. Your longings, your fears, even your failures have all been the crucible shaping you for a larger mission. Then comes the revelation that transforms every wound into a weapon and every victory into a proclamation. In the overlooked prophecy of Habakkuk, the seer declares, "Though the fig tree should not blossom, nor fruit be on the vines, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will joy in the God of my salvation." Habakkuk 3 verses 17 to 18. Here is a lesson in radical allegiance. Suffering becomes a soil for which unshakable joy springs. Your past battles, the scars etched deep into your soul, were never meant to be mere marks of pain. They were the proving grounds where your faith took root, where every trial strengthened your resolve to stand as a bridge between light and darkness. In that moment of understanding, you shift from wounded survivor to warrior anointed for breakthroughs that echo across time. Look back over the past weeks and months. Can you see the subtle shifts that once seemed insignificant? A chance encounter that felt too timely to dismiss, a snippet of scripture that exploded with unexpected meaning, the way certain prayers now rise with new power in your spirit. Those are the signs of transformation at work. Inner landscapes reshaping, external realities bending to match your emerging identity. You may find that doors which once stayed firmly closed now part with ease, or that conversations take a prophetic turn without warning. The cadence of your heart grows steadier under pressure, as if you've been retuned to the master frequency of divine orchestration. These shifts are too precise, too consistent to be coincidence. They are proof that the divine clockwork is in motion. Behind this phenomenon lies a reality most dare not name. Divine intervention is clearing the battlefield for your advance. In the hidden scrolls of Zephaniah, we read a Lord who removes disaster in an instant, who cares for his victim. Zephaniah 2 verse 3. Picture celestial engineers working behind the veil, dismantling traps set by forces that oppose your rise. Every setback you endured, every night of wrestling with unseen fears, was part of a masterful strategy to prime you for spiritual elevation. Your dreams carry coded blueprints, guiding you through labyrinths of doubt toward corridors of power. This is the intimate dance of faith and manifestation. The more you trust, the more the unseen becomes tangible, until what once was hidden stands revealed in brilliant clarity. Yet knowing these truths is only the threshold. You must now choose to embody them fully. Too often we admire our calling from the shore instead of sailing into the storm we were born to navigate. Many shrink back, clinging to familiarity even when it suffocates their potential, terrified that stepping into the unknown will cost too much. But your soul is whispering a different narrative. Greatness demands sacrifice, and surrender births liberation. Stand before your inner mirror and say the words that will shatter old paradigms. I accept the war and the crown, the friction and the flame. In that vow lies the alchemy of transformation, where fear yields to courage and hesitation ripens into unbreakable resolve. Now, as the dawn of your cosmic purpose rises, take deliberate steps onto the field where your destiny awaits. Speak your story into open ears, aligning your voice with the frequencies that will rally unseen allies. The war over you has cosmic stakes, yet its resolution rests in the simple declaration of faith that you are chosen, beloved, and empowered to fulfill a destiny beyond imagination. Subscribe if you haven't yet, like this video, and comment, "I am chosen," to let this message anchor in your soul. Share it with someone who needs to hear this. Thank you to all supporting members for your faithfulness. For full prophetic revelations daily, join the membership via the link in the description. Your spiritual path deserves more than fragments. Step into the full light. And if this message moved you deeply, consider tapping the Super Thanks button to support the mission. Every Super Thanks fuels the light we're spreading together. Close with this. They began the war when you were born, but you will finish it with the victory of your divine identity.